Just landed at Tipple Tree, South Carolina for the annual Tipple Tree fly-in. As you guys can see, we're already at our spot, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up the tent now and try to find Michelle. I wanna see where she's at. I know that she's been here since yesterday. Definitely an interesting landing, doing a soft field landing in a Cessna 172, practically. Let's get unpacked. So many different types of planes here. I love it. Everything ranging from a Cirrus to a multi-engine Saratoga or Seneca. Some biplanes over there. This here is a Texan T-6, an absolute classic from World War II. They served a specific purpose over the battles in the Pacific. And apparently you can pay to get a ride here. The sign right there says that you can essentially fly a warbird, a T6 Texan. Now that'd be something. I still gotta have fuel money to fly back.
Let's go.
Michelle's gonna give us a ride. Awesome. All right.
We're here at Tipple Tree Aerodrome.
Tipple Tree Aerodrome. I thought that was gonna be a lot more scary putting a plane on grass.
You thought it was scary?
I thought it was gonna be scarier. It wasn't that bad. I touched that thing down better than I do on pavement. I'm starving.
Well, good. They have a lot of great food, but they're about to put it up. So I brought you a meal ticket plan if I can find it.
Really? Are you sure?
Boom.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm starving. I've been snacking on nuts and water the entire time here. I have 2 plates of food, 2 sodas. Only gonna drink 1 soda tonight, obviously, but I got 2 plates because I am absolutely starving. Michelle was kind enough to wait for me to get my food and then hop back on the golf cart, and she's kind of dropped me back off around this general area, not too far from the plane. I am going to enjoy this, and then I am going to get back to the plane and chill out for the rest of the night. Kind of hard to see right now, but I'm in the tent, and yeah, it's late. It's about midnight. You're gonna be getting to bed. Dinner was good. It's been cool so far. It's gonna be fun to explore Tipple Tree tomorrow during the daytime, but I'm gonna get to bed right now. Got the tent all good. Got my sleeping bag all set up, all ready to go, and I am going to sleep very nicely. Good night. Good morning on an absolutely beautiful Saturday at Tipple Tree. The wind is calm, we have high cirrus clouds, and we have a plane on approach over there. It's gonna be a good day. I'm really excited to see just what Tipple Tree has to offer. I've never been here, this is my first time. So yeah, we're gonna go check it out. Let's go. You know, sometimes I always wonder if my eyes deceive me. You wake up to that when you get here in the night, and you think something's happened when you were sleeping. Looks like people are going in there. Let's take a look inside. Oh wow. All right. Bit of a step up from a 172, isn't it?
A little bit. Flies about the same though.
What year is this?
I think it's 38.
1938. It's an interesting plane to sit in this. It's not a lot of space. I mean, my legs are pretty much touching the yoke, but definitely an interesting piece of aircraft here.
What do you think?
I think this is awesome. I gotta ask you if you don't mind me. How did you learn to fly one of these?
I flew 20 years before I was ever in this, so I already had 20 years worth of multi-engine instructor experience before I started on this. So I've been flying since 1978.
Like, what was your primary multi-engine you used to train in, or was it like a whole general different type of?
Yeah, anything GA, Seneca, Apache, Seminole, Duchess. That's my multi-engine stuff that this airplane came available for sale in 1997. I bought it in 98.
So what's the history of the DC-3? Was this just for passenger carrying charter? Was like the original airline type of thing?
The original airline, yeah.
That's really cool.
Back in the day, they had 2 on this side and 1 on that side. So they had 27 seats, 9 rows of 3 seats for 27, 28, 29, and the flight attendant was 30. So it was a 30 passenger airplane.
So there is a type rating for the DC-3.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, this thing must feel, what does it feel like when you fly it? Is it a pretty heavy airplane?
It's heavy, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's heavy. It's a historic airplane. It's built in 1938, and it's got about 75,000 hours on the airframe.
Wow. But this is your private plane, like you. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm just an individual, but I've had it almost 23 years now.
Hey, that's awesome. What's your name?
Dan?
Matt.
Matt?
Very interesting conversation. So you do need to have a type rating to fly the DC-3, even though it's not jet powered. That's pretty cool. Never sat in a DC-3. Pretty tight cockpit, but it's cool to see the original airplanes that used to take people around the original airlines. Here's an open version of an engine here. So this is essentially what you have if you take the canopy off your Cessna. Get your oil filter, your magnetos there, left and right magneto on either side. Horizontally opposed engine, so the cylinders fire outward, the air intake there. The fuel line would normally come through the firehole, which would be back there where your tanks are storing the fuel, and then it would go through to the fuel strainer. That's your generator there, and the alternator is spun by the prop spinner. Really nice day. The weather is perfect, temperature is perfect, light winds, ceiling is pretty high, planes just taking off left and right, having fun. This is what general aviation's all about. This is what flying is about. It's being able to come to these events that you can only really access if you have a pilot's license and an airplane. Just a nice place to relax for the weekend. So while walking back to the food area, I took a little trail route and I came across this. Not aviation related, but really, really cool. A very large lumber mill, private lumber mill or sawmill, however you want to call it. But the way these things work essentially is you would cut down a tree, you would skin it, take the bark off it, and then you would place it down, and I believe the rail would move it up and down as this big blade here would cut. And the way the blade cuts is obviously, I think, through this mechanism here, but it would be slid along and it would be more left or more right to determine how big you want the planks to be. And yeah, I mean, that's definitely where all the sawdust is. Your finished job is something like this. So that was more than likely one of these trees around here on the property at some point, but yeah, really cool. I've never seen one of these things in person, but I'm hungry. Let's go get some food.
No, you dropped the ticketing.
Has it been fun? You liked it?
It's always fun.
It's always fun.
It's like my 10th time here, and maybe I won't miss any more, but it's a lot of fun.
You used to volunteer here as well for, what, I would say 10 years?
Probably, yeah. I would think so.
It's good. It's definitely worth coming here, and it's the uniqueness of being able to fly your own plane. Having a pilot's license, coming in and flying your own plane and landing, and just kind of congregating with other pilots, you know?
Right, that's their motto, is food, fun, and hospitality.
Food, fun, and hospitality. I'll tell you, the fun has been on the food as well. I'll tell you equally as well. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Well, it's been fun, guys. It's been a long day, and I'm gonna get some sleep tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up, pack up the tent, and start flying back to Florida. I'm gonna get some sleep, get up in the morning, and get going. Good night. Just under 7. Good morning, guys. So now I'm packing up the tent, getting all the stuff ready and properly loaded into the 172. It's always important to have proper loading, obviously, especially when you're taking off on a soft field such as a grass strip like Tipple Tree. And we have about the equivalent of 1 extra person in weight spread out between obviously the back and the rear seats. So I'm gonna take apart this tent and we're gonna get going. It's been fun. So when you taxi in a grass strip, you always want to have the yoke completely in your lap and not to go too fast. I would say less than 10 knots. It's pretty dead now. Everybody's left, so I'm one of the last ones leaving here. You need to give it slightly more power than you would normal when you'd be taxiing, and that's because of the fact that the grass is creating that resistance on your wheel. We're going to be doing a soft field takeoff, so flaps are going to come 10 degrees. All right, now with the soft field, you got the yoke fully in your lap. Try not to stop. Inch it forward. Here we go, full power, takeoff power set. We have a positive rate of climb. Flaps are going to come up. I'm lowering the nose, pitching for 75. Yeah, what a fun place, guys. I definitely recommend you guys come and check it out. Rear approach, good afternoon. Sky number 8274 Echo, just off of Tipple Tree. Coming out of 2,000 feet for 4,500 with a request.
Calling in off of Tipple Tree, say again.
That's a Skyhawk November 8274 Echo. We're coming out of 2,400 for 4,005 with a request.
Say request.
We'd like to pick up flight following to India, Yankee.
Say requested altitude and aircraft type.
4,500 and we are a Skyhawk.
November 74 Echo, squawk 5234.
5234, 74 Echo. All right, so we're almost here in Defuniak. We are on a left downwind for runway 27. We are almost back. Defuniak, traffic, Sky 74 Echo, turning left base, runway 27, full stop, Defuniak. Want 70 knots on our indicated speed for our base leg, and we're going to put 20 degrees of flaps in. Carburetor heats in, gas undercarriage mixture, propeller lights, and seatbelt. Hand on the throttle for go around. Defuniak traffic, Skyhawk 74 Echo is short final, runway 27, full stop, Defuniak. 65 knots on final. Sun visor's good. And runway's made, power comes to idle. We're going to start to round out here, start raising the nose. Let it float. Let it float, let it float. Just like that, and we're down on center line to the direction of the wind. Well, we're back in Defuniak where we started, guys. 74 Echo did a really good job. Got me to South Carolina and back from Tipple Tree safe and sound, and there's nothing more we can ask. It was fun. It was a lot of flying, and there's nothing wrong with that combination. So I'm gonna get unpacked, get my car loaded up, and that's it for this year's Tipple Tree trip. But like I said before, I recommend all of you guys go to it if you can. It was a lot of fun, and you guys will have a lot of fun too next year. Until the next flight, guys.